Hi, this is Ellie with Full Moonlight Tarot 20, and this is your daily oracle reading. And again, today's oracle reading ties in with the tarot reading that I just did about someone, either you or another person around you, going through a divorce or having left a difficult job, something that had a very negative impact upon them, and how there was going to be a brighter future ahead for them. Now, I have here, if you're in a negative environment, it creates a block and positive energy can't get through. And this is what you're being liberated from, like especially through this Mercury retrograde that we just went through. And this 9-year cycle, like the end of this 9-year cycle now, where we've left so much behind. This was a 9-year. There were so many endings, so many deaths, so many divorces, so many people ending jobs. There was so many things that were ending, cycles that were ending. And this all had to happen because we are meant to leave all the heavy things behind us. When you're in a negative environment, be that a relationship, be that a job, be that a friend group, people who just drag you down mentally, emotionally, because these can be people who are very negative. This can be gossip. This can be people taking advantage of you. This can be people bad mouthing you. This can be people who are supposedly supportive to your face, but behind your back, they're anything but. These are people who might drain your energy, because if you're a high vibrational person and they're a low vibrational person, they're going to keep pulling energy from you because they haven't figured out how to generate their own. So when you're on the ascension journey, when you're on a spiritual journey, the goal of this journey is for you to keep raising your vibration and to be able to maintain that state of higher vibration no matter what is happening around you, which of course it can be very tough, and it takes a lot of practice to actually stay in a higher vibration for longer periods of time. And when we've gotten to a place on our journey where we're really starting to master these things, you will notice that people and environments who do not match that vibration, because they cannot rise to that vibration you're holding, they cannot raise their frequency, or they refuse to. These people will start dropping out of your life. Spirit will either remove them, or it's just that it's like tuning into a radio station. You are now at a different frequency radio station, and the radio station they're on, they cannot get to the number you're at, the number on the dial. They just can't reach it, because in order to do that, they would have to raise their vibration, and they, for some reason, choose not to, or they can't. So weird things happen in the 3D where all of a sudden it's like this person just vanished from your life. You don't hear from them again. And maybe it's not that they're not thinking about you, but things happen that they literally cannot reach you. Like maybe they try to call your number and they can't get through. Maybe they drive by your house and you're never home during the time that they drive by. Like this is just the energies repelling each other, right? They cannot reach you anymore. You're on a whole new timeline. It's like you don't even exist on their timeline anymore. It's like you've vanished out of theirs, and they've vanished out of yours. This is literally what happens. It's just amazing. And then you'll notice that all of a sudden you're meeting all these other people who are like you, right? You're attracting your soul tribe. You're attracting the people who are very close to your frequency, very, very close, that now you resonate with, that understand you where the other people stopped understanding you. So the other card I have, being alone can help you know yourself, and even more important, love yourself. And that is also a very important part on the spiritual journey. We often get pushed into this hermit mode, this time where you feel you need to spend time by yourself, or it's spirit isolating you from the people and situations around you, right? And it's not to hurt you, but it is so you get used to sitting with yourself, listen within, raise your vibration, raise your intuition, because that's the only way you're ever going to raise your intuition, is when you are forced to sit by yourself without outside distractions. Because most of us empaths have spent our whole lives taking care of other people and putting other people's needs above our own. And now these people that we used to take care of are now temporarily removed from our environment. So we are forced into this time of sitting alone, spending time with ourselves, honestly thinking about and feeling the past wounds that come up, anything that comes up that we've suppressed. It all comes up for us to work through, and we can only do that in solitude. And this is what teaches you self-love. This is what teaches you to really love your own company. And that is the basis for any successful relationship you might have in the future, is to be able to sit with yourself without depending on another person to bring you happiness or fulfill any of your needs. You learn to do this yourself first. And then when you don't need another person, when you fulfill all your own needs, when you are in this place of deep inner happiness and fulfillment by yourself without another person, that's when you can get into a relationship that is not based on codependency and expectations placed on the other person they can never fulfill, which is where a lot of relationships fall apart. So, but a lot of people, especially when they're on a spiritual journey, once they've gotten a taste of how beautiful it actually is to be happy by yourself and not having the drama of other people around, a lot of people actually decide that maybe they don't want to have any other people in their life romantically, or they have heavy, heavy boundaries with the people in their lives because they actually really, really need that time to sit with themselves. And you will find that you get depleted by other people. Other people who cannot generate their own energy, right? Because they will draw upon yours. And that's going to exhaust you after a while. So you will always find that after a day of being amongst people, you're going to need solitude in order to recharge your own batteries. So you'll get to that place where you have heavy, heavy boundaries with the people around you, your family, your friends, lovers, where they need to know that you're not available 24/7, that you need that time to yourself in between. And that's a beautiful thing. So you are rising, you're raising your frequency. Spirit is protecting you, they're protecting your energy. And this message was just for you to understand. If you feel like you've been alone for a while, you've been in this hermit mode, this is why. And once you're ready to let other people in, there will be people who are on your frequency who can really add to your life. People you can learn from, people you can have fun with, people you can talk to. You can talk to them without feeling like you have to minimize yourself or keep parts of yourself from them in order to fit in. And that's a beautiful thing, because it's not easy when you're surrounded by people you feel like you have to pretend to be someone you're not, because they wouldn't understand who you truly are. So that's the message I got for you today, guys. Love and light. I will talk with you tomorrow.